Hey everyone, I'm Wheezy. Welcome to Isabella Bank's YouTube channel. I am so happy to be here this evening. It's another day, another royal twist. But first things first, I want to say a heartfelt word to my American fam. Sometimes it feels like the whole world is crashing over you. But trust me, you are not alone. When you really, really wanted something and it didn't go the way you wanted or expected it to go, it can feel like it's the end of the world. But trust me when I tell you that it is not. No matter how dire the prediction of what the next 4 years is going to look like are, we will get through it. Okay, we will definitely get through it. So don't despair. It's going to be fine. Just like Kamala said. All right, having said that, before we dive into the royal roller coaster, in light of what I just spoke about, I want to talk about community building. So, I have noticed that online there's a wave going through Black American communities supporting each other's businesses and platforms. And I am all about that. I completely love that initiative. It should have been the way a long time ago. With that in mind, I will remind you guys about Commonplace Beauty's YouTube channel. We have been trying to get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers for the longest time. She is a retiree who needs to get some extra income coming in so that she can survive. So, guys, please, this is not a vanity project, it is a real thing for her. Carmen's got amazing makeup tips for women over 50, addressing skin and beauty challenges that evolve with age. Please do me a solid, head over to her channel and subscribe. Honestly, it's free 99 and it supports a good person and a good cause. The link to her channel is pinned at the top of the chat. Please go ahead to subscribe to her YouTube channel. Let's get her to 1,000 subscribers. At least that way you won't hear about Commonplace Beauty anymore because we would have achieved our goal. And I need to keep on going until we get her to 1,000 subscribers. She's 67, I think 68 years old, and she just needs that push to get her to where she needs to be so that she can monetize her channel. We rise by lifting each other up. And in this point in time, it's literally not even about rising this time, it's about surviving, right? She's also an American, so she is one of those American businesses. Her platform is one of those American businesses that we have now committed that we are going to be supporting. So please don't take it for a joke. Go ahead, subscribe to her channel. That's all she's asking. She's not asking you to buy anything. It's free 99 to subscribe. Please support her channel if you have not already done so. Okay, now while you're doing that, we will be moving on to the main event, which is Prince Harry was outside. Yeah, everyone's favorite British royal made a surprise appearance at the Tillman Gala in Chicago. Not only did he show up, he also joined a leadership session earlier in the week with Tillman Scholars and some big names like Jake Plummer. You remember that guy who defended Harry when they were criticizing him for accepting the Pat Tillman Award? Yeah, he was there as well. There's a clip on the Pat Tillman Foundation Instagram where they're showing love for Prince Harry. I will also repost that on my own Instagram as well. But the fact that they've got a clip on Instagram which shows Harry in the clip, it just shows that they value his involvement. And honestly, this kind of positive PR is what Harry does best. Do you know what I found the best thing though? The fact that he didn't just attend another one of the Pat Tillman Awards without trying to address the tension between himself and Mary Tillman Shenton. I think that's her full name. You know that she was his toughest critic when he accepted the award, saying that he's rich and he doesn't need the award, but there are other people who are probably not as privileged as he is who could have or who deserved the award more. But I feel like at the time that she said that, apart from the fact that their politics differ, she probably didn't know anything about Prince Harry except for the fact that he comes from the British royal family. And I'm so glad that they played that clip about the Invictus Games at the awards, which told everyone in the crowd, which means that even if she continued to object after that point, her objection would have been drowned out by the people who watched the clip. So I'm so glad that he took the time to have this conversation with her. In this charity gala that he attended, there were 40 other Tillman scholars, and the chairman of the Arizona Cardinals also was in attendance. So guess what? I'm sure that Better Up is getting more and more clients because this was another networking opportunity. Don't you just love the way our prince is moving smart? He is moving so smart. Love it. Um, Sorry, before I move on to the next clip, I have to say, from her expression, you can tell that like she's smiling, but she's still very cautious. Her body language is not very giving. You know, I'm also a body language expert over here. So her body language is not exactly very warm, but the fact that she was willing to sit beside him, at least she was able to give him a chance, and maybe like water, gently, gently, he'll be able to bring her around, even though their politics, she looks like she would not necessarily be or have the same kind of politics as Prince Harry, but at least they're having a conversation, and you don't have to have the same politics to do business together, right? So um Prince Harry he's got skills that are far beyond his years, or rather, he has developed more skills far beyond his years in the time that he stepped back from working as a senior member of the royal family. Because no doubt this conversation must have been quite difficult to have. I mean, he would be justified in feeling aggrieved by the way she attacked him unnecessarily. Because, you know, a lot of people feel like people who are privileged, what do they even call privilege? That you have money or you come from a very reputable family that opens doors for you. But that doesn't make you less human. So he probably would have felt hurt by the way she attacked him, and he's already under attack from so many sources. So that didn't help, you know, and she's a mother. So he would be thinking, but why can't you just take a moment and find out about me before you make your conclusion? But the fact that he's able to get over himself and get himself into a room where he's having a conversation with her, and I'm sure he didn't come empty handed, he must have contributed to the fundraising efforts. So, yeah, I really love that he was able to get over himself. And you know, I'm learning so much from Harry and Meghan, because when you're able to put like the super emotional side of yourself to one corner, then you're able to tackle the issues in his life. Because if he becomes emotional and just focuses on how he feels about what she did, then he blocks the chances that he would get for being able to bring better up into this environment where where he has a good chance of converting people to, or bringing people into the better up family. So yeah, love it, love the growth that I'm seeing here and the efforts that he's putting in. And uh, before I also move on to, I'm just about to move on, but it just reminds me of something else that I said that people criticized me for at the time. Because, and I think that this is the right time to say it, not because I'm trying to rub it in, but I think I remember saying at the time that now that Charles is on the throne and he has declared that he has cancer, there is every likelihood that Charles could pass in the next year, 2 years, 3 years at the max. Which means that Harry and Meghan, they need to work hard, and they not just need to work hard, they need to work hard double time to ensure that they secure themselves financially enough to ensure that the royal family cannot destabilize them in any way. Well, what do you know? We were saying that in the environment of a Sussex friendly government. Now, a Sussex friendly government has been elected out of office. Now they're going to have a Sussex hostile government in place. So it's this is probably the reason why we saw how many tours this year, and Prince Harry working so hard that he hopped several continents in the space of a couple of weeks. And this, I think this is going to be the pace for them for the next couple of years until they have secured themselves like properly financially. Oh, Robin says Harry is speaking to Pat Tillman's widow, not his mother. Okay. You know the reports though, her they called the lady sitting beside him. They called the lady sitting beside him, Pat Tillman's mother. So that's why I said that. But if that is the case, then it's still all good. It's still all good anyway. Uh, Thank you for the correction. I always try to be as accurate as possible. Meanwhile, in the UK, they have been unable to find a negative angle to the story. So, what did they do? They have flat out lied. They said Prince Harry's risky re-entry. Duke crashes Pat Tillman's honor ceremony in Chicago months after disgracefully collecting award. Obviously, he didn't crash the event. And according to news reports, it wasn't disgracefully. He was sitting beside Pat Tillman's mother, according to reports. So, what's the disgrace about it? What they should be talking about is their own issues. What they are instead focused on, though, is what does a Trump victory mean for um, Prince Harry? They are gleefully obsessing over what Trump's re election could mean for Harry's visa status. Yep, they are back to that old story. Thanks to a certain foundation that tried and failed to unseal his visa application, they seem determined, so determined, to paint Harry in a bad light while ignoring the fact that he's raising funds for veterans and doing real work, and they are gleefully hoping that he will be treated like a criminal and booted out of the US. Switching gears to the royal family drama, it looks like things are heating up between Camilla and Kate. The word is that they've been in a quiet power struggle since the Queen's passing, and honestly, is anyone surprised? Before we continue, if this is your first time on this channel, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and leave a comment or two in the comment section. If you have visited before and you have not yet subscribed, Let today be the day you decide to subscribe. For all those who have been rocking with me from the beginning, thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section and also hit the like button. Thank you so much. Remember that little moment when it looked like Camilla was warming up to Rose Hanbury? Yeah. Well, if you were Kate, I'm sure that that would bring some tension between you and your, what is it, stepmother-in-law? Because the next thing you know, after we got news that there was some bad press due to the Epstein list, the next thing you know, Kate announces that she had cancer. But you guess who also disappeared from the public eye? Rose Hanbury. Have you guys seen her ever since? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. But Kate's playing her own game. She's back. She has announced that she's back. She has attended the Remembrance Day event. Look at her. Look at her. She even looks like she has put on weight. Look at her. She's glowing. She's positively glowing, right? But guess who didn't attend? Guess who didn't attend? Yep, yep. If you guessed Camilla, you will be absolutely correct. She suddenly announced that she would not be attending. Now you might wonder, there seems to be a new pattern that the royal family have developed in order to protect themselves when they see that they are getting bad press. And that seems to be they either say that they have cancer or they suddenly fall ill. And in light of the Channel 4 Dispatches program, which casts the royal family in very, very, very bad light, then Camilla attempted to ignore it to come out to talk about domestic violence. But guess what? Social media was not having it. They were like, so domestic, you talking about domestic violence? Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You that you drove a woman to almost the point of unaliving herself. You are here out here talking about domestic violence. And then when she heard, probably they would have reported to her what people were saying online. She has run back inside again. So, guys, for those people who say Kate is not very intelligent, I would say she might not be book smart, but she is street smart. So she's out here playing the long game and she won. Yeah, for those who say Kate has no power, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. I think she won the divorce negotiations. She put Rose in her place. It's now just dawning on William that he's just a pawn in everybody's power game. And that's why he was saying that last year was brutal. I mean, look at William trying to use Kate's so called cancer to distract people's attention away from the Channel 4 Dispatches program. And folks online are catching on. They are pushing all the way back. All the way back. Don't believe me? Let's have a look at a couple of tweets, shall we? Look at this. So, Richard Palm Olive, has been fighting for his life on social media, and he was responding to someone who was calling him out for not for the mainstream media not report. Sorry, the person he and other members of the royal rota were being accused of not reporting on the Channel 4 Dispatches program. So what does he do? He comes to X and is like, oh, but one or two Sunday newspapers ran a story thanks to the embargo lifting at 1600 on Saturday, and some of us getting to watch a preview, and most Monday papers contain stories. Since then, numerous columnists and letter pages have tackled the subject. And then this person said, "Thanks, Richard. Although some of Jenny Bond's excuses for why the royal rota didn't run with the rather stretch credibility. The painful fact is that many of your colleagues are complicit in supporting the royals, as they would lose access if they challenge them. They are now being told the facts to their faces." And I just love it for them. I love it for them that they are being told to their faces, because it's rather ridiculous that they seem to think that they can get away with this kind of behavior without challenge. And the age that we're living in does not allow for that. Also, listen to this. Listen to this. I've got a soundbite for you from Newswatch, where BBC was being called out for not reporting on the dispatches program. Hold on, let me get it up.
Blazer from a vintage shop, biodegradable trainers, as he walked the green carpet at the Earthshot Award ceremony.
Sunny Bonani, Tumelang.
But the attention of many royal watchers was elsewhere, on an investigation by Channel 4's Dispatches programme and the Sunday Times, which found the royal family has received millions of pounds of income in rent from the NHS, schools and the armed forces. Angela Herlihy thought the BBC should have paid more attention to those revelations. I cannot be the only viewer who is wondering why the huge story broken by Channel 4 and the Sunday Times on the royal finances has not been touched by the main news outlets. She wasn't. A viewer called Billy also contacted us. Twice this week, the royal family, particularly Prince William, have been given puff pieces on his environmental and humanitarian work. This coming after Channel 4's documentary on the Duchies of Lancaster and Cornwall. No mention of any of this. If the BBC is meant to be impartial, I feel this should also apply to the royal family. We put those points to BBC News and they told us. Weekend bulletins have limited space, and that day covered stories about the Valencia floods, the US election, Gaza, and the announcement of the new Conservative leader. BBC News did cover the story, and you can find the report on our website. Finally, back.
Do you see that? They're busy, they're out here making excuses about the reason why they are not reporting about this Channel 4 story in the mainstream media. I would say, with everything going on all around the world, though, it's very easy to get disenchanted with the powers that be and feel like resisting them is useless. However, I would like to encourage everyone. That's why voices like ours matter, to lift each other up even when things feel bleak. At this point, so take the time you need. Cry if you need to cry, throw something if you need to throw it. Not against anyone anyway. Feel what you need to feel, but get back up. Don't allow the poison to enter into your spirit, though. I see a lot of people saying things like the Brits are this and the Brits are that. Please, can I, as a Brit myself, you are including me in that brush. And it's when we get used to talking like this, then you become part of the problem. So, can we be specific? The British media, the right wing British people, be specific about who you're referring to, because every British person is not stupid or not evil. It's just like if everyone was saying, just because you have a Trump, that every American person is exactly like Trump, you would not consider that to be a compliment for those who are not in support. So don't reverse it and do it to other people what you would not want someone to do to you. Kind, please, and thank you. All right. That brings me to my spare review series, kicking off an 11-part deep dive. All right, so that started last week, Sunday. We are going to start part 2 tomorrow. It's going to be just because I found that some people complained that the series was too long, so I decided to chop it into um, small pieces so that you can finish it and come back without feeling about to find where you stopped if you have to watch it more than one time. So it's an 11-part series, but each part will have a few episodes, like 2 or 3 episodes, until depending on how long that part was when I did it originally. Um, we're going to explore each chapter, each juicy detail, and each part will end with a quiz to keep you on your toes. At the end of the 11-part series, we are going to have a big finale, a championship quiz where we'll crown the ultimate Sussex squad gladiator, centurion, and squaddy. So, as we do each part will have a practice session at the end of all the episodes to get everyone comfortable with the software. So, don't worry if you're new to it. I noticed that I went back in, I think it was yesterday, to see how people had gotten on with the quiz software. I left the link behind in the last quiz so that you could practice on your own. And I noticed that some people had logged in and had done well with it, where a lot of people had gone in. You didn't enter a name, and it seemed like you were not able to get past the first page. Don't worry, we will do a mini practice session before the actual quiz so that you can get comfortable with it, practice each time so that everyone gets an opportunity to practice. It's going to be very mini practices, like you practice with 1 or 2 questions and then you will do the mini quiz. The mini quiz is just 5 questions just to get you comfortable with the software so that when we do the final quiz is going to be 20 questions. And how sad would it be when you could actually learn how to do the quiz, but because you didn't practice with us, you're not able to join in the fun? So that's why I'm giving everyone the opportunity to practice each week. You have 10 opportunities to practice. And honestly, the software is really easy. It's just that when we get to a certain age, we tell ourselves that we are too old to learn new things, but it's not true. It's so easy. It's very, very easy to learn how to do to use the quiz to do the I can't speak now, can I? It's very easy to do the quizzes, so don't be intimidated by it if you don't get it the first time. We're going to practice like 8 more or 9 more times before the finale. So you have plenty of time. Don't worry and don't give up if you don't get it the first time. Okay? Just treat it like a fun brain teaser, something fun, easy, breezy to do in between, like all the flashes of bad news that are popping up all around the world. You know, war here, uh, election results that we didn't bargain for over there, fighting here, this here, everything we don't want. Let's put our attention and energy into the things that actually don't give us the nightmares. How about that? All right, so you can listen to the spare review whether you're listening while you're cooking, driving, or just chilling. This is your perfect chance to prep for the final showdown. When we are done on YouTube, then we are going to do a championship session with the squaddies on another platform. So I'm trying to figure out how to get that done. But as soon as I do, then we will know who we are going to be competing against, whether the squad is on TikTok or the squad is on Twitter or the squad is on Facebook and Instagram. Anyway, I'll let you know how we get on with the Championship League as time goes by. But I am really enjoying the preparation for it behind the scenes because I've never done it before. And for me, this is like a brain teaser on its own. Yes, so that's true. So when we're doing the quiz, thank you, Lorna, for reminding me. When we're doing the quiz, you need two things: a phone to scan the QR code for your tablet or computer, and your phone in which to do the quiz. You need two devices because obviously we're doing it live, so you're going to be watching or listening to the YouTube program, and then you will need another device because when I am ready to do the quiz has a code and you're going to need another device to scan the code. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it when we are doing it tomorrow. um so let me go through the comments. Let's see. Sussex love, how are you? It's been a while. Kate's drunk ass mother is helping her. Yes, she, even if she's well, yes, even if it is her mother that is helping her, at least she has the good sense to get her mother involved and make sure that um she is not being treated in the way that the royal family planned. Because can you see William? He is emaciating, I'm sure, not because of his father's cancer, if there was cancer, not because of Kate's cancer, if there was cancer. There's so much, I'm sure, that has been going on behind the scene. Like nobody has solved the mystery of Thomas Kingston. I don't even want to try and go there because I don't even know anything about it. And that on its own is also shrouded in mystery. But okay, I think that what he planned was to get Kate out of the way. But unfortunately for him, Kate said, mm-mm. I didn't wait for you for 10 years only for you to get rid of me at the flick of a finger. Nope. I go no place. I go nowhere. I go nowhere. So, um, we have a new moderator. Her name is Julie. For those who don't know her, her name is Julie, and uh she has just joined us as a moderator. Julie, say hi. And Gwen Daniel says, "What time tomorrow are you on?" Okay, so I want to start. I think there are going to be 3 videos tomorrow. So it will start from 6 p.m. I think 6 p.m. UK time. What do you think? What time is the best time for you, Gwen? What time would you have to sit down to listen to the videos? Uh, while I am waiting for your answer, let me look at the other comments as well. Uh, well, Lakiva says the Royals are a joke. Honestly, I think what has happened is that they have lied for so long now that they have to, in order to maintain the lie, they have lost their own credibility to their own selves. Uh, Lakifa says Nana was on GB News speaking about the royals paying more taxes in the UK. Of course, Nana doesn't even know what she's talking about. She can't even find a wig to suit her. What is she talking about? Listen, please. Um. Yep. Yep. Lona says, I notice that every time Nana or Angela the trolls spew their nonsense about H&M's marriage, Meghan and Harry make them look like idiots and they're looking less believable. Do you know what? GB News were forced to admit that Harry and Meghan's marriage is, they still have their bond. I have, do you know what? Let me see if I can share that with you. Hold on. Hold on just a second. Yes. I saw the article and I don't report on GB News anymore. So at least to you guys. So I decided that I would not talk about it. But since you mentioned that, if you're bringing that up, here you go. Look at this. GB News was forced to admit that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's bond remains intact amid professional separation. Look at this. Nana doesn't even know how to find a wig to suit her color, to suit her for how many years that she has been in this her role and wearing wigs. She can't, with the kind of money that she makes as well, she can't seem to find a wig to suit herself, not to talk about knowing what's happening with Harry and Meghan. Nana is the one who is a joke. She's the same with the newly elected conservative leader, Kemi Badenoch. Those are the people who Uncle Tom's coconut, yeah, they completely lost herself. Doesn't know what she's saying or what she's doing. Hold on, let me find it. Just a second. So, Gwen, when you say by 5, you said at least by 5, have a funeral tomorrow. Okay, what does that mean? 5 o'clock your time, right? 5 o'clock your time would be, I think, about, so would this time now that this video is on, this live stream is on, would this be a good time for you? Or would an hour before now would be a good time for you? What time is it where you're at right now, Gwen? I'm just trying to see something. I'm really terrible at calculating the time across time zones. What time is it where you're at? Let's see. Harry and Meghan. Lona says Harry and Meghan don't have to say anything, just show up, and these trolls are losing their their reputations inch by inch. Well, that is so true. That is so true. Okay, so guys, for anyone who wants to join the channel membership, please go ahead to join the channel membership. The drive to work on the UN petition is still going on behind the scenes. This is part of what the quiz is all about. I have explained as much to my channel members. So if you want to be part of the conversation, knowing and understanding the details of what I'm doing, join the channel's membership, please. It will definitely help a lot um, to move the mission forward. And if you don't want to join the channel membership because you don't want to pay a monthly fee to the channel, then you can make a donation. Super chat, super stickers, they're all welcome. Okay, so Gwen says it's 7 at night right now where you're at. So okay, that means that 11 o'clock my time. It's midnight right now. Wheezy, use your Lorna says, Wheezy, use your phone to figure out the time. It converts from UK time to US. Oh, does it? Okay, I've got an iPhone. How do you do that? All right, maybe I shouldn't subject everyone to that. Maybe you email me and you just tell me how I can do that. That way, I stop bugging everyone to help me figure out the time. Thank you so much for that. I really need to know since I have already since I am doing this. um, what was I going to say? All right, so I think that's it for today's Royal Roundup. It's been a while since I did one of those. Usually during the week, I try to stick to just one story so that we're in and out under 20 to 30 minutes, but I've already gone over. We're at 40 minutes now. Don't forget to subscribe to Carmen's channel and keep up with the spare review series. So tomorrow I will start by 11. I will start the spare review series by 11 p.m. UK time. I will, when Lorna teaches me how to get it right, then I'll be able to tell you in US, EST, CT, and MT time. uh, this is Wheezy signing off. Peace, love, and see you at the mini quiz tomorrow. Ciao.